What's up, YouTube? This is Tian, bringing you a first impressions video of a game that I've been playing on stream called Last Epoch. I've been getting a lot of questions about this game on stream, so I just wanted to kind of give you guys my thoughts on the game, what I think about it, what are some pros and cons, things like that. Full disclaimer, I am not sponsored by this game at all. They don't give me like keys to give away or anything like that. And I went ahead and purchased the beta. The game is in very early beta. It's been out for about less than a week, actually. And the game's still pretty raw. It's incomplete, not... the story isn't completed yet. The endgame systems aren't fully fleshed out. But let's just get into, I guess, my thoughts about it. The most common question is it worth buying? I think right now it's 35 US dollars to get access to the beta, and then you get the full version of the game, which will cost $15 when it comes out. Is it worth it? That's the number one question I get. So is it worth it? I think the answer to that question is no for the beta version of it, the in general answer, and then the full version of the game I think is worth buying. So, it really just depends on what you expect from the game. If you're the type of person who's just really an action RPG fanatic and you just want to get into the game, there's a lot to learn in terms of like their skill system and all of that. It's quite fun to play. I think the combat is pretty engaging, and it's a little bit slower, which is a complaint that I have with Path of Exile sometimes, is that all your mobs are just nameless faceless like piles of loot sitting there. With this, there's a little bit more fighting back of the monsters. You have to be a little bit more mindful of your positioning. I care a little bit more about, dodging big abilities and stuff like that. So, it's a little bit more engaging in the combat aspect to it. Will this game eventually have the problem of, hey, you just get enough loot and then you can just face roll the entire game? Maybe. Currently, there's some really big imbalances. They have a mechanic called Ward, which is infinitely stacking energy shield. And their current solution is to have it be percent-based degened, and that mechanic looks like it's so easily broken. I don't know what they're going to do about that. But anyways, this is footage of me doing wave 100. We're doing a end game thing where it's just endless waves of enemies, loot explosions at the end. It's pretty fun, pretty engaging. I think the strengths of this game are really around the crafting and itemization. Every item drops identified, which is, skips a nice unnecessary step of using ID scrolls. And then you basically can craft on them or deconstruct the items based on what's there until pretty much everything is useful. So you have, maybe good base items that you want to craft on, or maybe stuff that you want to, good mods on there that you want to take apart, or you could just sell it for gold, and they have gold in this game. And I think there's going to be a gold sink later on in the form of gambling, if you're familiar with Diablo 2 and gambling. Overall, I think it's got a lot of potential. I don't think it's a PoE killer or anything like that. I've been having fun playing it. Definitely check out some of my full footage on the stream if you're interested in that. But yeah, I just wanted to say, do I think it's worth it? Maybe. I think as the game gets fleshed out and more content is released, more classes get released. If you're not familiar with playing games in beta means they can wipe out all your progress whenever they want. There's still crashes. There's still performance issues. I have a really beast PC, but I have frame problems and stuff like that. And so they're working on those things, but like I said, it's in beta, and so they'll just roll out content when it's ready in the beta. So that's my first impressions of Last Epoch. I think, combat's good, crafting's good. Overall, they're making a pretty fun action RPG. Excited to see where this game will head in the future. All right, thank you guys for stopping by, and I will see you guys next time.